Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. For those of you who have watched my channel for a while, you will know from the cards on the table that I am doing a reading about a child. Today I am using the Tarot Nova, and I always show you the box that the cards come in, and rather foolishly, whoever designed this particular tarot deck did not put the name of the deck on the box, so you can see the publishers of the deck there if that's of any use to anyone, and it is called the Tarot Nova. So I am going to be doing a reading today on the rumbling saga of Archie's titles, and apparently allegedly, always a safe word to use, when he was born, the Harkles turned down a title for Archie, said they weren't interested. We all have our suspicions of why, in fact. Archie was not given a title. All kinds of allegations swirled around at the time as to why he was not at all entitled to a royal title. But anyway, apparently now the Harkles have rethought the situation and thought that they would actually like him to be Earl of Dumbarton, and have had discussions with Prince Charles, blown hot and cold about it. Prince Charles apparently very confused, doesn't know whether they want a title or don't want a title or what the story is with the Harkles, but I'm going to be doing a reading, Celtic Cross, using the Tarot Nova to try and shed some light on the situation with the title, particularly the title Dumbarton, which apparently was rejected because it was felt to be insulting and they didn't want Archie to be called dumb. A rather touchy subject, obviously, with someone with Harry's IQ as his parent. Nasty me, but it is an issue. Harry is allegedly not the sharpest pencil in the box. So, just before I start, let me tell you that I have a purple mark on my thumb, my left thumb, not because I'm bruised and injured, but because I have been exercising my democratic right to vote in South Africa today. So if you see a strange purple mark on my finger, don't be alarmed. It's not the mark of the beast. It's not an injury. It is simply a mark that to say that I have voted. So let's have a look and see what the cards want to tell us about Archie, who's potentially going to be Earl of Dumbarton. And do let me know in the comments what you think of that name and whether you think it was shade. I am going to be asking that specific question of the cards today. Or was it some shade by Prince Philip? We'll see. See what the Tarot Nova has to tell us. And I think that I have, as usual, put the cards in the wrong spot. And I'm always happy when I have this little deck out. For me, it's always a positive deck, happy deck to do readings on. And so let's see. And what comes out right underneath the underlying energy is the Child card, the Page of Pentacles. In the reverse, Page of Pentacles, obviously, is Archie, the earth sign boy, allegedly. Nobody is quite sure when exactly he was born or how exactly he was born. In my opinion, tarot reading, entertainment purposes, let's throw all of that in. But there it is, and for some reason blurry. I do apologize. Don't know why it's not focusing, but there he is in the reverse. So first of all, obviously some unhappiness around his status, the Page of Pentacles and his titles. Definitely we are on the money here with this reading, the cards are telling me, but also Page of Pentacles is about deals, it's about money, it's about contracts, it's about messages, about involving money and status, because pentacles are of course also about your body, your status, your physical world, but also all the immaterial objects that make up your personality, shall we say. So definitely there is some unhappiness with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, that Archie didn't get his due. And so let's see, what is the current situation, the heart of the matter right now with this title business. And as I say, Prince Charles apparently very confused, everybody a bit confused right now. And we get the 8 of Swords in reverse. So it looks to me as if the Harkles got themselves into a fix, a trap, by declining the title in the very beginning, and now want to get themselves out of that fix that they've got themselves into, and free themselves of whatever it is that they did, and try and rectify the situation. And definitely it does seem to me that they want that title now. They want to revisit the past and decisions that were made in the past that they now see as being rather stupid, as actually making a bit of a trap for themselves that they fell into. I don't think it was a trap that they made so much as a trap that Prince Philip made for them, but that is my opinion, and as I say, we will be looking at it. And I can hear laughter as I'm saying that, and he does he does seem to be hovering around, enjoying himself, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say that. So, okay, what is their challenge right now? They want to get out of this trap that they fell into. What is the challenge? And there he is, the King of Swords. There he is. Prince Philip, the Gemini, the air sign man who devised that cunning plot that caught the Harkles good and proper. All in my opinion, of course, but the cat's whiskers in this card. Yes, they have a problem with the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is, of course, not just Prince Philip. That's my own side issue, my own amusement. It really is due process and authority, people who have deciding powers in things, legal things, and of course this is something that would have to go through the right channels. It would have to go through potentially legal channels. I don't know whether Parliament would be involved. I'm sure that there are people out there watching this that are very knowledgeable about these things. I'm not knowledgeable about English constitutional law at all, but I'm sure that there are, as I say, processes that would have to be gone through, and that now possibly that ship has sailed. Neil Sean, who is the source of all of this gossip, claims that it's not something that can be rectified now. It can only be rectified when Prince Charles becomes king. And as far as I understand it, that is actually making Archie a prince. So possibly it's about that kind of thing. They're going to have to wait for Prince Charles to become king before this situation can in fact be fixed. So let's see what in hidden energy, this bottom card here, why did the Harkles initially decline a title for Archie? Was it about Archie's dubious birth circumstances, allegedly? Was it because Dumbarton was insulting? What was the real situation? King of Wands. And the King of Wands is somebody very powerful, very fiery, very forthright, very dramatic. And my opinion with that card, it's Meghan. Meghan didn't like what was on the table, didn't like what was on offer. Wands is really her sign, her brand. It's her PR, it's her pushing, it's her status, it's her fire sign, Leo fire sign that's showing there. She didn't like it. She thought that it wasn't good enough. I'm interpreting that King of Wands to be that she didn't like the way it was going to look, that she was quite angry about things, that she thought that he deserved a much better title than the one that was on offer. And so I don't think that the dubious circumstances of Archie's birth are really at issue here. I think it is literally that she felt that the title itself was not good enough. So let's see what's going on with the Harkles now, and particularly with Meghan. I really don't think Harry has much say in this matter at all. Just goes along with what he is told to say and do and think and feel. Why suddenly the change of heart? We'll let him be Earl of Dumbarton now. Why suddenly is this title needed in Archie's life? And we get literally the card of wanting to do something again, having another bite at the apple, literally there. That's the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups in the upright. You reject something, you say no, don't want it, it's not good enough for me, that title wasn't good enough for me. Now the card is in the reverse, which tells me that they regret the decision. Meghan regrets the decision that she made, that impetuous, fiery decision. She probably stamped her foot and had a tantrum with that King of Wands. It is often an angry card, very fiery, dramatic card, and she now regrets it. She knows now, she's older and wiser, and she knows how valuable that title actually is, and particularly ironically in America, where they now are trying to earn a living off their titles. And she knows that she's made a mistake, and she would very much like to have another opportunity at this and do over. And missed opportunity, the Four of Cups in reverse, is a missed opportunity. She's messed up. She knows she's messed up. She would never admit it out loud, but I'm sure Prince Charles is getting strange phone calls and strange messages, and is obviously bewildered. Prince Charles doesn't really seem to be able to navigate a personality like Meghan Markle very well, and I think I need to look at that at some stage and just figure out why that is. But anyway, what's happened in the past, in the recent past, and there you can see the mark of the beast on my thumb. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Ouch, that's very sore. That's a real blow to someone's ego, to Meghan's ego. She messed up, and she knows she messed up. Ruin, defeat, betrayal, absolutely rock bottom. It's the worst of the worst of the worst. And she knows that she made a terribly bad decision. It has come back to haunt her. It has defeated her, really. And so hence the desire to have this all again and to try and correct the situation. And as I say, get herself out of this trap, this Eight of Swords that she's got herself into. So very interesting cards coming out so far. What will be coming up in the near future in this saga? Will there be a change of heart? Will there be legal processes? No. The Death card is in the reverse, which tells me that the situation isn't going to change anytime soon. And when Death card is upright, it's a dramatic ending, and it all change, everything stops, and something new comes in its place. It's very dramatic and very difficult process of transformation that you go through. When the Death card is in reverse, you're stuck in a situation that is unchanging, a stagnant situation, a difficult situation. You wish you could change, but you can't. So we've got them wanting to get out of that trap, but not able to in the near future. And obviously, and I don't like to say this, but it is the literal meaning of the Death card, there will have to be a death in order for this situation to shift, and for Prince Charles to become king, and for Archie to potentially then become prince, or whatever it is that they decide he is going to be. So it all hangs on that unfortunate event. So how do Meghan and Harry actually feel about the Dumbarton title? Do they feel that it is an insult and not something that they want? Oh, absolutely, with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It made Meghan very angry, and she does feel that the Queen, because the Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign woman, Her Majesty the Queen, literally she does feel as if it was an act of not malice as such. Well, yes, it was an act of unkindness, not a generous act, not a kind act, not a supportive act. It was a negative act by the Queen of Pentacles. She does feel it was an insult to her from Her Majesty the Queen, very much so. Was it, this card, was it meant as shade? Particularly, in my opinion, by Prince Philip, was this a plan of his devising to deal with Meghan. And we get the High Priestess, which is the Secrets card in reverse. And I do think that there was an intention here, a secret intention to cause not harm, but to make life difficult for Meghan with the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse, as I say, secrets, but secrets coming to light. And it's also my my silence that is a stony silence or a difficult silence. And I think it is the royal family's way of silencing Meghan. It was a plan. It's Major Arcana, the High Priestess card, Major Arcana, and a plan to silence Meghan, the high-flying cable actress, as Neil Sean likes to remind us every episode. Cable actress, former cable TV, not even star, walk-on parts really, and a way of silencing her, a way of doing something to her that she couldn't publicly complain about, because it looked like they were getting all these grand titles, but actually behind the scenes she knows, everyone knows, that it is a deep insult. So yes, my reading of these cards, insult definitely intended, and insult felt and received and interpreted that way. And Meghan's hopes and fears now for Archie and for a title. Is she hoping for him to be prince? What is she hoping for? Or what is she fearing? And we get the 8 of Wands in reverse. And she fears that this situation isn't going to unblock. The 8 of Wands is swift movement, it's good news, it's messages coming, it's a situation that has been blocked, suddenly unblocking, that wheel turns. But in the reverse, she fears that the situation is not going to turn in her favor. It has a bit of a Wheel of Fortune energy about it, the 8 of Wands, in this particular deck, because it is a wheel. So the wheel's turning when it's in the upright, wheel not turning when the card is in the reverse. She's very worried that she's missed her moment with this, and that the situation isn't going to be remedied to her satisfaction, and that Archie is not going to at least be Earl of Dumbarton, if not Prince Archie. So let's see, outcome. Will he ultimately have a title and be known as something really rather stupendous? And I don't think so with that card, with the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Isn't that interesting? Because the 9 of Pentacles actually has what looks like a crown at the base of that money tree. And the 9 of Pentacles is normally somebody who is very successful, very complete in their own right. They don't need anything else to complete them. They have all the goodies in life. They have the money, the status, the abundance, the fancy house, the designer clothes, all that stuff. When it's in the reverse, they don't have what they want. They feel incomplete, discontent. They feel a lack. And they are definitely unhappy with the situation. So I am quite certain from that card that Archie is not going to get a title. Prince Charles is not going to confer a title on Archie when he ascends to the throne, and Meghan is going to rue the day that she turned down a title for Archie and had that tantrum that I see with the King of Wands in the hidden energy. And well played, I would say, royal family, very well played. And again, I'm getting goosebumps as I say that, and I'm wanting to smile again, because I do think that the Duke of Edinburgh was behind all of this and ably supported by the Queen. I do think that they had a good chuckle over their breakfast cornflakes when they were plotting and planning this outrage to silence the very high, allegedly, priestess. So I hope you enjoy that reading. I certainly enjoyed doing it, and I will see you on the next one.